Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there lived a young princess named Snow White. She was the fairest maiden in the land, with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony. Her beauty was only surpassed by her kindness and grace, making her beloved by all except her wicked stepmother, the queen. The queen, envious of Snow White's beauty, owned a magical mirror that she consulted every day. One day, the mirror proclaimed that Snow White was now the fairest of them all, igniting the queen's jealousy. Consumed by envy, the queen ordered a huntsman to take Snow White into the forest and kill her, bringing back her heart as proof. The huntsman, unable to harm the innocent princess, released her into the woods and brought the queen a false heart. Lost and frightened, Snow White wandered through the forest until she came across a tiny cottage belonging to 7 dwarfs. The dwarfs, Doc, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Bashful, Sneezy, and Dopey, took pity on Snow White and offered her shelter. She gladly accepted and quickly grew to love her new friends, taking on the role of their housekeeper. Back at the palace, the queen learned from her mirror that Snow White was still alive. Furious, she disguised herself as an old hag and concocted a poisoned apple, which she gave to Snow White. Generous and trusting, Snow White took a bite and instantly fell into a deep, death-like sleep. Devastated, the dwarfs placed her in a glass coffin. Time passed, and a prince who had heard tales of Snow White's beauty came to see her. Struck by her lifeless beauty, he leaned down and kissed her. Amazingly, the kiss broke the spell, and Snow White awoke. Overjoyed, the prince asked for her hand in marriage, and she accepted. They returned to his kingdom and lived happily ever after, while the wicked queen met a fitting end, never to harm Snow White again.